Welcome back, guys. We're going for it. We're going for the big one. We're going to do the Mega Halo. And we're going to complete the Mega Halo, and I'm going to do it in one go. I'm not just going to do like one more sector. We're going to do the whole thing. Because I think it's easier to just do the whole thing in one go. Like, overall, it'll take less work. How are we going to start? Well, the first thing I need to do, really, is get the trains off Halo Freight 1 and Halo Oil. We're just gonna scrap that. So how the hell are we going to do that? Well, this is the bypass line down here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put in a depot down here. So let's get now, come on, rail depot, you idiot. Let's get a rail depot put in, kind of somewhere down here. You know what? I think I'm going to run the track off first, and then put the track onto it. Put the depot on the track rather than the other way around. So if we just put you like that. Yeah, that'll do. So if we just put you in there, then grab a depot and flip you around. There we go. Right, so we've got a depot on there so that trains can go to there. But we also want another depot. Now, we've got the bypass line, which is going to be pretty quick. So from Maceley, they get onto the bypass line, and then they just tunnel underneath. If I bring this on, you can see the bypass line. It's this. You can see all the signals on it. This bypass line runs all the way down here, and it's pretty quick for the trains to get down here. So we want another depot, probably over here. So let's put in another depot. So we've got an oil train. That's on Halo Oil. It's just about to go into that station. So that's going to be the last train to go in and get sold. So yeah, let's just put in a depot. What do we want? Let's just put in a depot. Let's bring you off here. We'll just throw in a depot here, I think. And oh, rail, idiot. Turn it around and pop you on there. Good. Okay, so we've got two depots that they can go to. Right, so what are we going to do next? Next, we're going to go to the lines. Let's bring up Halo Freight 1 and Halo Oil. Now, these things are losing us money anyway. But even though they are losing us money, a lot of the lines that are putting goods onto the lines, which are then being distributed by Halo Freight 1 and Halo Oil, they are making money. So, for example, Barrington Tools is actually making money, funnily enough. Where else? Well, no, that's the one of the distribution lines. Yeah, if we go up to the TFs, so like Spencer Food is making us money. So we don't want this to be kind of out of action for too long, if we can avoid it. So yeah, well, I think yeah, we just get these sold. So let's go. Let's see, where are we? Halo Freight 1. All the trains go to the depot and be sold. Cha-ching. And Halo Oil, same thing. Go to the depot and be sold. Okay, let's bring up the vehicles. Oh, and of course they're not showing up on here. So now we're going to have to follow the trains to actually see them like disappear, which is a bit of a pain, but there you go. So you know what, I guess we'll follow train 42, because that's just after this depot. So by the time this one gets round to the other side and gets into the depot, all of the trains should have gone. So headed for depot, vehicle will be sold on arrival. So you shouldn't be stopping here, but I guess there's a train just in front. In fact, there's a train right next to you, because this is a Halo Freight 1 train. So we've got to wait for that to get out of the way, and then this can move on. Now, while we're doing that, why don't we kind of see where we are? So we made like 500 million last year, which is great. We're making absolutely tons of cash this year, which is awesome. How are we doing on like the line profitability? Let's go up to the top. Let's have a look. We're making, I mean, look, we're starting to make some pretty serious cash. The Halo Sector 1 is all making good cash. The Halo Trams 1 and 2, Look at this, over 150 million apiece. So all of that is working very, very nicely. So if we can duplicate Sector 1 and extend the... duplicate Sector 1 to the other 3 sectors that we're going to have, then that's like another... Well, good lord, that's another 150 million. No, more. Because this is making 70, so this is like... Oh, yeah. Yeah, lots. Like... Another 200 million, and then what? And then if we extend the inner halo, so it's actually like a full proper circle, because it's only going as far as Viewterville at the moment. Then there's no reason that shouldn't get up to the same kind of levels as Halo Trans 1 and 2. And if we achieve both of those things, I think we're going to be getting fairly close to $1 billion a year. Would be my guess. Let's crank this up, because this is progressing a little bit slowly, but it's kind of cool to have a bit of a ride around on the trains now and then and see what's what. These cities are very, very cool. I do like the overall look of cities, especially like from a distance. They look really, really good. They look really realistic. Now, this change, like, really shouldn't be underestimated. This is a massive, massive change, and it's going to affect so many lines. It's going to be kind of crazy. But while we're doing it, hopefully we can maybe do some simplifications of some of the delivery lines. I definitely want to simplify things a little bit, because things, well, you can see by the performance that things are a little bit out of hand at this point. So we want to try and trim some stuff back, because I want this to perform a little bit better. The question is where the real performance problems are, and having lots of lines like I've got is definitely a problem. I mean, you can see, look, and we've got loads and loads of lines with loads and loads of vehicles as well. That's a problem. So we want to try and simplify that. But also, if we look at the populations, the populations of that, I've just brought up vehicles. You can see how long that takes to come up, because there are so many vehicles. I mean, seriously, it's a lot of vehicles. But that is really nothing compared to how many people we've got now. If we go to towns and take a look at this, right, we've got... Now, bear in mind, towns start out with, like, you know, a couple of hundred, maybe 350 as like a maximum size town. Okay, so 400 as the tops. No, I don't think that big. And we've grown a lot of towns, like, fairly big. Like, over 4,000 is a pretty big town, and we've now got a town that's, like, Bickerties is now 7,100, which is freaking huge. That is a lot of people. I tell you what, that's actually a pretty nice view. The beautiful town of Dogging. Excellent. So this thing has got to run... we've got an autosave going on. This thing's got to run... Let's see. We're coming up to Winniston. We've got to go through Winniston and Landsberg Heights. And have we got to go through Maceley? I think we've got to go through Maceley as well. And then we're on to the bypass line, which will get us to the depot pretty quickly. Now, okay. Instead of going down here to the depot at the end of that route, this is going to a different depot. This is going to... Do we have a depot over here? Oh, we've got depots. Wow, we've got depots here, haven't we? Yeah, they're going into these depots, which are actually very cool, and it's actually kind of a nice way for the trains to get off here by using these actual proper depots. But it's just taking a little while to get rid of them all. Here we go. Here comes the next one. I should have just sat here and watched the trains come into this depot. It would have been kind of cool. So, train 42 is going to be the last one. Train 42. I missed the significance of that. The answer. So, where are you up to now? Train 42. It's probably not that far away now. So, like, what section are you on? You're coming up to Landsberg Height. No, oh no, you're past it. Oh, you're already up to Maceley. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, not too far to go now. Look at this. This is a pretty big place now. Good old Maceley. Look at the size of Maceley. It's really spread out. But it's amazing how you've got this kind of commercial centre over here. Oh, I gotta say, I am so excited to kind of like make this happen. It's going to be a huge amount of work to kind of get there. But once we get there, having the whole Mega Halo and like having all of the goods flowing properly around the Halo is gonna be pretty damn sweet. Come on, train, move it. I want to get building. So we're coming down here past Maceley Freight Depot. Now I suppose we could talk about these distribution points. This is the Maceley distribution point, and I've pretty much decided, and I've spent quite a lot of time thinking about this, whether we're going to have just like one station or whether we're going to have two stations next to each other which are separated. And I think that is the way that we're going to go. The more and more I think about it, I think that's kind of inevitably the way we have to go. Come on, train, get in the depot. Now that should be the last train. So you trot into there, and that's it. We should be done. So now I can pause the game. Okay, now we can really get to work. This is gonna be fun. Oh yeah. I love embarking on these like really big projects. Man, there's a huge amount to do, and the first thing really is figuring out how we're going to lay out these distribution points. So that's what we're going to do first. So I just want to get rid of a bit of this before we start. I should probably get rid of the whole thing, but I think for now we'll just get rid of this part, which leads up here, because obviously this is going to be replaced by proper track on the Mega Halo rather than this. Actually, you know what? I'm going to get rid of this stupid tunnel bit through here. Man, I tell you what, the time that I took to put this damn thing in, God, it's kind of a double-edged sword. On the one hand, I'm really, really happy to be ripping it out because it's kind of ugly and whatever, but the amount of time that it took me to put this in because of all the terrain collisions and stuff was, yeah, makes me like, oh my God, all that time. But the thing you got to remember is I had loads of fun doing it, so it's all good. It's all good. Right, so, and this, like, it's going to make some of these bridges and whatever a lot easier. Okay, so that comes around here and then comes into this, which is a freight station that we don't need anymore, do we? No. No, we don't need that freight station, so that's gonna go. Cha-ching. Alright, get rid of that. Awesome. Come on, go away. You know what? I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm gonna get rid of this whole load of horrible stuff because it's just dreadful. Now, this is Honkelbriff oil over here, and yeah, that goes. Honkelbriff oil goes, And it's gonna, if I can do this right, this is gonna like fairly massively simplify certain areas of the track. But of course, other areas are gonna get more complicated. Oh, good. I'll get rid of the whole thing. Now, obviously, I am going to be putting in this track again, but for now, I think it's actually a good idea to just get rid of the whole thing and just start from scratch, because you can see how much it deviates and goes through these like tunnel sections and bridge sections. So I think just bite the bullet, get rid of it, start from scratch. Freight removed, gone, bye-bye. Cool, right, what are we going to do now? Well, we're going to focus first of all on the distribution points. So, this is going to have to be changed into 2 stations next to each other, the same as Macely up here. That's going to have to be changed into 2 stations. Now, down here, we're going to have another 2 stations, 1, 2, 3, the other side of Sparksville, so in here. Which is going to be kind of interesting. And then the next one, 1, 2, 3, is going to be between Premier 2 Caton and Dogging. Now, this is the more difficult one because of the terrain here. We're actually going through a tunnel here. This is going to have to be flattened. But this is kind of a good example, so we're going to do this. Right, so let's do it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to strip out this section of the halo. Oh, got a bit left. Now, this is only 2 track at the moment. There will be another 2 passenger tracks on the other side of this, because currently we've only got the outer halo in. We haven't got the inner halo. So let's take this back as well. But once I lay this station out, you'll get the idea of what I'm going to try and achieve in, at least here. In other stations it's going to be different, which is good, because I don't want it to be like exactly the same everywhere. I do want it to be different. So let's take you right back there. Okay, good. We'll trim these back. I don't want the city coming out this far anyway, I don't think. Let's trim these back as well. And you know what, let's take that back as well. Okay, so the first issue I've got, we're gonna have a station with 4 platforms there, and a station with 4 platforms there, very close together. And then we're going to have another station, a terminal station, which comes up, and there's going to be a road going down there, and that's going to join up to that road. And you'll see how it works when I actually get it in. But first, we're going to need to flatten this because, well, you can see the terrain is not that nice here. We've got this stupid thing here. So I tell you what we'll do. Let's get an extra large street. Run it across here. Right, that should be flat. Should think it is. Okay, so let's put that in. Good. And then take it back. Now, how am I going to do this? Am I going to do this? Yeah, I'm going to do this like the slow but easy way, which is to just do it like this. Which, like I say, is a little bit slow, but it's kind of the easiest way to do it. Lord. Okay, so where are we going to put it? About there, I think. Okay, then what I want is a little bit of straight track. And I want this to be high speed. Now, that is not straight. That, I think, is actually straight because it's 186, which is a max speed, which means the track should be straight. If it's not straight, it's pretty much straight, or it's certainly straight enough, I think. So, having done that, we want another station to go in there. Cha-ching. Alright, cool. Alrighty. What I want now is another station coming in this direction. So, first thing is to try and get a fairly straightish road coming down here. It doesn't have to be absolutely dead straight, but well, the straighter it is, the better. That will do, actually. I'm not going to faff around with that. Okay, then we want a station that goes up there. So, easiest way to do this is going to be, well, let's see. Let's see. If I get a terminal and flip you around. Now, pretty sure that, yeah, that won't go in like that. So we need to just drop the terrain down a little bit. So we want station. Now you should go in now. Now the thing is, we need this station that I'm putting in now to be in range of this station and this station. Now these two stations are not in range of each other, so they can't automatically transfer goods from one to the other. But we need this to be in range of both, so the incoming goods, and it's yeah, it's there is where we want it. Boom. All right, cool. Awesome sauce. Right, so what we can do now is we can have trains coming delivering stuff into here, and it'll just automatically get onto these, put onto these two. So we don't need any trucks or anything like this. So, for example, this food line, we can redirect that so that it comes straight into here, and then boom, the stuff's straight on there. Now I'm going to hook this up. Now there won't be trains going between these stations, but I think it just looks nicer if they're actually hooked up. All right, cool. So I'm just wondering whether how I want to kind of flatten things around this. So if we do it to, I don't know, like there-ish, drop it down. There we go. Cha-ching. Right, that works. That works. And we're actually getting what I want. Cool. Alright. Now, we could probably ignore the rest of this for now and just probably blend it in. But I think what I'll do is just take some of this down a bit. On both sides. Just so that it's not quite so extreme. And yeah, probably here as well. Because we're going to want to run our tracks into here somehow. How? God only knows, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So let's take you down a bit. Alright. And you. I've got this on high, haven't I? Yeah, I have. Let's take you down a little bit more. Okay, right. Now let's get our leveler. And just level this stuff off a bit. And the same with this. Now I'm obviously going to have to like blend this all into the terrain. But for now, I just want to get it kind of sorta. There we go. That's kind of sorta. Smooth that off. And a bit more on here, just so that it looks kind of okay for now. Right, that'll do. Okay. On this side, that could just be blended into the terrain now. Well, obviously, we're going to have our extra train tracks coming across there. All right, so now we can hook these back up again. So we're going to have, let's see, this is going to be a large street, isn't it? And that's going to be the problem. We are going to have to run it from there to there. So I'm just going to have to get it as straight as I can get it. Yeah, that's going to have to do. That's going to have to do. All right, cool. So that could be hooked around to there, which would be nice. Let's just blend this in a bit. So yeah, that road's going to come around there. That road's going to go into a road somewhere over here. So we want this food line is going to come into here. So how the hell are we going to do that? It's going to have to cross the river at some point, and I'm thinking probably over here, and then route into here. So let's get a track. This is probably going to come into this side, I would think. So if we wanted to come over here, what did I say? I'm thinking probably somewhere about there. Now, do I want this running through a tunnel? The thing is, I really don't want this running through a tunnel. But you're not going to do that, are you? So that terrain's actually going to have to come down more. So, well, I didn't say this was going to be easy. Shall I put the bridge in? Let's put the bridge in. We want a bridge across there. Like, I don't know, kind of like that sort of ish. And drop you, oh sorry, raise you up. Okay, that would probably do. Let's take that. So then from there, that's going to come into that platform there. So wait. Cha-ching. Alrighty. Okay, and then that can just be hooked up to this. Yeah, I mean, we'll probably maybe curve it around a bit so that it has a smoother curve into there. But generally speaking, that should be fine. Alrighty. So having done that, obviously this station's going to go and be ripped, and all this track's going to be ripped out. Should I do that now? While I'm doing this, you know what? Like, what the hell? I may as well just freaking do it now, mightn't I? So let's take this all back. Get rid of this rather nice bridge that I put in. Much nicer than that bridge, to be honest. I might therefore play around with that bridge to get a nicer bridge. But we'll see. We'll see. Alright, so you go back, back, back. Come on, go. Go, 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 go. Now, I'm just trying to figure out, like, how far back am I going to have to take this? Now, what I could do is just bring this off here and play around with it. I want this, like, ideally to be at least, like, 100 miles an hour. Okay, so if we did that... Okay, that's too brutal. So, I'm going to have to bring it back even further. And of course now I'm putting these two damn trains on top of one another, which isn't ideal. But nothing I can do about it really. Okay, so now hopefully $93 I suppose I could just about live with. Alright, so let's assume we took that. What we would then want to do is probably mess around with this bridge a little bit. So let's take this out. Now, I don't mind spending a little bit of time on this because this is something that's definitely going to stay. Because once I've done this, this is never getting touched again. That is for damn sure. Right, so let's get rid of you. We'll flatten this off. Yeah. There we go. And let's drop you down. Brush and flatten that off. Okay. What I ideally would like is for this bridge to come up and then go flat across the actual river. Would be the nice way to do it. Let's take you back another section, I think. And then aim you in that direction and lift you up. And again, I'm looking at this and thinking, you know, I want kind of a smoother transition. So okay, fine. Let's start the transition there. So now, if we lift you up, yeah, I think that's better. Okay, so if we take that, then bring you out, turn you into a bridge, but get you to go flat. Yeah, that's way better. And that's straight as well. And I do like my bridges to be straight if I can possibly get them straight. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so take that. We'll take this back a little bit. To the bit where it starts to curve. And then hopefully... And now, do I want to bring that down a little bit quicker? I think I want to bring that down a little bit quicker. So, let's drop you down like that. Like that. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, cool. And then, obviously, this is going to be double tracked. Now, this is currently bringing grain into here. We're going to change that to bringing in livestock. And then, yeah, this needs to be double tracked into that one. I could actually change the alignment of this station slightly to smooth this out, which would be kind of nice, I think. I'm probably going to end up doing that. But you know what? We'll leave that for now. That's fine. So, yeah, I'm going to have to do all kinds of stuff around here. Lot of work. Lot of work. Well, I'm not going to worry about it now. Okay, so you can see that this is going to come through here. Now, the way that we've got this set up at the moment, that this is a really brutal corner, which for the passenger trains isn't too much of a problem because the passenger trains are coming into the station here, so they're not travelling particularly quickly at this point anyway. But for our freight, oh no, our freight trains are going to be stopping at the passenger station, so in actual fact that's not that much of a problem. But what is a problem is this is that's a 240, so it's got to be upgraded through a 320. We've got to upgrade it to 8 stations as well. Sorry, 8 platforms. Man, so a lot of work to do there. And then this is going to come around, and then we've got to do the same thing here. Okay, well that's the first distribution point done. My God, this is going to take a while. So next distribution point is going to be between Sparksville and Vuteville, right here. Now, I would love to do the same kind of thing. The problem is that we've got a freaking river in the way. So having a station and then a station in like a T shape here just isn't going to work. So now I've got to figure out how I am going to lay this out. Well, I think what we're going to have to do here is move this back a little bit, and then instead of having a T, the trains will have to come into a station that's parallel from either side. So, so how the hell is this going to work? Well, let's give it a try. Let's take this track back like this, and same on the other side. It's going to have to go back a fair way, I would think. But let's just try and get the position of the stations kind of first, and then we'll worry more about it afterwards. Okay, so, and again, the terrain here is going to need to be smoothed out a bit. But we want to be I think we want to be at a slightly higher elevation anyway. So probably something around the elevation here is probably going to be good. So let's see if we take kind of this as our midpoint. So let's actually mark that with a few trees, I think. Right. So yeah, maybe a little bit further over there. Boom, 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 boom. Bye. And you. Okay. So how far back would we want to go? We look at the curvature. The passenger station is there, so we could probably come out to that kind of area. So between these two rocks here, and then yeah, I think I can make that work. All right, so probably about where this rock is about as far out as we want to go. So, all right, let's try and get our stations kind of sort of placed. So you are going to be facing yeah, this way, aren't you? Yeah, you are. So let's do this one first, I guess. Now the trains bring in stuff in, like for example from Vuteville, the food is going to be coming into here. So I guess we want it. What kind of level do we want it at? I'm thinking something like that. So where's my midpoint? My midpoint's there. So okay, if we had that station kind of sort of there-ish, and then we're gonna want to do some flattening, aren't we? Yeah, we are. So let's get rid of you, and let's take an extra large street. I'm going to do one more, just to be on the safe side. So, like that. Okay. Right, that's our terrain flattening done, I hope. So, station. You are going to be... And the thing is, I can't put it in exactly where it was before, but let's put it in there. That'll do. That will do. Okay, so then we want to run a large... Well, actually, this isn't going to be a large street. It's going to be a large country road. The other one should have been. And let's try and run something straight-ish. There we go. That's not too bad. So that down there, and that doesn't look right. Yeah, it's okay. Cool, awesome. Right, so now we can put our other couple of stations in. So, get us this station. This is going to be flipped around like that. So, this is going to go about there. That road needs to be a little bit longer, doesn't it? Yep, it does. So, let's run you out a bit longer. Same on that side. Back to our stations. Okay. So that is in range. So let's put you there. And then our little bit of track. Hopefully our little bit of straight track. That's straight. No, not even close. Not even close. Oh, come on, where are you? There we go. That's straight. Cha-ching. And then our next station goes in there. And that's in range. So that is in range of this. And that is in range of this. Hooray. So now we can route, like this line can be routed in to the side here. I've got 4 platforms on this. Do I want more than 4 platforms on this? No, I think that's going to be enough. Now, I am going to be trying to do some dressing up with these. In fact, let me just quickly go back over here and I'll show you. So over here, for example, what I would like to do over here is have like tracks down the side like this. So track there, and let's try again from this side. So track down there like that, and then use these really nice warehouses. Where are they? In here, I think. Yeah. Yeah, these ones. And have some of these along here. That's and on the other side, like, oh, if you'll go, there and there and there. Yeah, probably get one more in if we wanted to. There and come around here. There and there. This kind of thing. So I want to make kind of like a big feature of these. That this is like a major distribution point with loads of warehouses all over the place and all that kind of stuff. So there might even, I don't know, I might go crazy here. There might be loads of stuff going on. And there are some other nice buildings that we can use, like these, which might end up getting put like a row of these along here or something. We'll see. But there's going to be loads of dressing up. But that's for another time. But I just wanted to kind of show you that it wasn't just going to be like purely practical. I do want to dress these up and make them look nice as well. So, okay, that's that. So, come back over here. Right, we've got this. We don't want to hook up these little bits of track, don't we? Yeah. Boom and boom. Okay, so we definitely don't need any trucks involved, so that's all good. So, yeah. See, this is going to have to come down here and then come into here, which is going to be kind of interesting. But that's why I wanted this kind of raised up slightly from the river level, so that it's going to be easier for us to get bridges to come in here. Yeah, that should make life a little bit easier. So, on the basis that, yeah, we are going to be running this across here. Like, should I do that now? Should I do that now? I don't know. And this is a very, very old train. That should probably go to the museum. I don't know. We'll see. I know if I ask you guys will definitely go, oh, yeah, send it to the museum, send it to the museum. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I think it probably will, actually. Because it is pretty damn old. Alright, let's push this bridge right back. And this bridge needs updating anyway, because it's a very old bridge. So, back over there. And yeah, that's probably going to have to go back even further. In fact, it's probably going to have to go like right back to here, because it's going to have to come out and come kind of across here, I would think, to get into there. In fact, it may even have to be slightly more sharply angled. Yeah. Okay, so the trains, if the trains are going to come into here. Now let's see. This food one. I think this food one can come into this inside track here. So let's see. Yeah, we're going to have to be coming up. This is going to have to be a pretty slow entry to here, I think. Yeah, I would think so. And it's very hard to get, like, to carry much speed into here. But it should still be okay. We'll probably end up using two... I don't know. The thing is, we've got to get into both... yeah, we're getting into both. Yeah. Yeah, I'll probably end up using maybe 2 platforms. And have, like, 2 lots of trains going up and down here. So this will probably get extended to 2 platforms. And we'll have 2 routes, but they're going from the same place to the same place. Just so that we can ship enough in here. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So if we took you up to that kind of level. Is that high enough? Yeah, we don't want to go that high. Okay, so if we did something like that, and then we'd want steel bridge, and we'd want you to go flat like that. So if we did that and then took it straight across the river like that, that's not a bad bridge. It's going flat across there. That's awesome. Okay, so if we accepted that, and then took you up something like that, and then curved you into there. Yeah, that would work. That would work. All right. Okay, so let's put that in, and we'll just accept that for now, and then we can sort out... Oh, yeah, idiot. Let's hook that up again. And then we'll finish it off later. what I'm trying to do... Ah, we got it. There we go. What I'm trying to do is kind of get the major bits and pieces in, and then there's going to be like a fairly meaty time lapse, I would think, while we get all of this stuff kind of hooked up, because there's going to be there's a pretty massive amount of work to do here. So let's go back to the terrain flattening, just smooth that off a little bit. There we go. There we go. Alright, cool. Yeah, that should work alright. I'll probably take this terrain down a little bit so that it looks a bit nicer. But yeah, so there's our food coming into there. Like I said, this is probably going to be 2 different routes, so it's probably going to be 4 tracks which come across here, which should make it kind of interesting. Alright, so yeah, and like all of this is going to have to be smoothed out, and yeah, a lot of work to do. This is going to be so freaking awesome when it's done, though. Like all of this is going to be so worth it. Right. Yeah, I'm probably going to end up, obviously, like flatten this out a little bit, but I'll probably use tracks running along the side to just flatten this out a bit and then smooth it into the side of the river. So the halo tracks here are going to have to go back a little bit. In fact, a fair amount, I would think. Let's zoom in a little bit to make it easier. Take you back. And now, obviously, there's going to be some smashing up of places, as you would expect. Now, we've got... Yeah, we've got... This is the outer halo. Even though it's currently the inner halo, this is the outer halo. This is the inner halo running around here. So we're just going to have 6 tracks running through here. So it will be these 2 and the 4 tracks for the freight. Yeah, so this is going to have to get changed to a 6-platform station. So, man, there's going to be some fairly brutal devastation going on over here. And, of course, this line that's currently bringing stone down here, if I turn on, let's, what do I want? I want, I've got that turned on. Oh, I just need to turn the blooming bulldoze tool off. Yeah, so currently we've got the building materials coming in here. The building materials is going to have to get into here somehow. It's like, God knows how I'm going to do that. And I'm seriously thinking I'm going to have to find maybe a different building materials to use. There is one there. We do have one over there. It's on the wrong side of the tracks, really, though. Ooh, man. Well, yeah, that's gonna be that's gonna be a bit of a challenge. I seriously don't know how I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna cross that bridge when I come to it. Alrighty, so then these tracks have got to go to a station here. But the thing is, this station here, I think this station gets moved out a little bit more to here. And then route it into there. Yeah, that's going to make life better. And then we've got to route the... Now, this station's obviously got to be moved and become a through station. And I'm seriously thinking of moving it to kind of over here. And we've already got this kind of curve here. And I'm thinking that maybe we have a tram line that runs in a semicircle here, and we have the station up here. And then that line is going to come back Now, does it go around Rootborough? Or does it join up here? I think maybe we put a station in here and run it around Rootborough. My God. Yeah, this is pretty brutal. So, yeah. Could you see, like, how much there is to do? There's just a huge amount to do. All right, guys. I think we will probably leave it there for this episode. When you come back for the next episode, it's gonna be time-lapse time, I think, and it's gonna be. I've got to figure this distribution point out and get 2 stations in, and I don't know. Am I gonna have a parallel station? Am I gonna have a T station? I think this one's gonna be a parallel. Over here for this one, my God, this one is really difficult because of the space and the proximity to this. So I think it's going to have to be like on this side, but if it's on this side, it creates all kinds of problems here. This one's an issue. I'm telling you now, this one is definitely an issue. And I don't know. Seriously, guys, I don't really know how I'm going to deal with this one. This one's an issue. I'm just going to leave it as an issue. So I'm going to have a think about that, and I'm going to get on with the building. So come back for the big time lapse, and hopefully we'll make a lot of progress. I'll catch you for the next one. Peace out.